Hi, my name is Bob Zarlengo. I'm a CPA in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, and I help entrepreneurial business owners exit their business. I'm sitting here with a client of mine, Dan Miles, who had a business that he got out of in 2011. Dan, tell us a little bit about the type of business you were in.
It was a heavy-duty truck parts business. We'd been in business about 35 years and served the Rocky Mountain region.
Did you ever have any thoughts about your son taking over the business, or your daughter for that matter?
Yeah, both of them, and they, just because of their age, by the time they really figure out what they want to do, I didn't know that I still wanted to be doing it.
Just to give whoever's watching this a perspective, you're in your 13th month of being an ex-business owner.
Yes, ex-business owner.
Well, let's back up a little bit. How did you acquire your ownership in the business?
My father and I had started the business in the late 70s, kind of just the two of us, and through the years I took over by the time I was probably 25, and he passed away about 12 years ago, and just kept running it from there, building it little by little, just like any growing business.
What did you enjoy most about being a business owner?
I think, to be honest, the income and what I thought was the freedom.
Tell me about that.
Well, you know, I didn't do a lot. I didn't have a lot of other occupations, maybe just a few odds and end type jobs. So I've always done this, and I thought, wow, this is great. I can come and go anytime I want. But as the years rolled by, I kind of realized that means I can't ever go anywhere, because when you're the head guy, it seems like 24/7 you're on.
In fact, I think I counsel people at times and tell them the difference between working for somebody and owning a business is about 20 hours a week.
I'd say minimum. There's the 20 extra work hours, and then there's all the extra hours after you leave at night that you're thinking about everything that you have to get done the next day or that you forgot about the day.
The worrying.
The company that bought me asked me to hang around and more or less babysit the place for them. You know, there was a few months during the transition where it was difficult. I had to learn a new computer system and how a large company operates, but compared to running it by yourself, it's easy. I'll tell you, working for somebody else, especially a large corporation, which is who bought me, it's night and day. I maybe put in, you're not going to send this to them, right?
No. It'll be on YouTube tonight, but they won't see it.
You know, on a bad week, I'm putting in 35 hours.
Okay.
On a good week, I'm putting in 25 hours.
Okay.
And the biggest difference of all is I don't think about it when I'm gone. End of the day comes, I leave, I'm done. I feel like I'm on vacation every night when I go home.
What did you see when you looked to the future of your business, say, if you went back, let's go back 5 years?
At that time, I just saw continued growth. We were doing well, and I kept doing things to move into different markets and different products. And, you know, at that time, my thought was just about growing the business. It wasn't as much about selling it, although the thought was in the back of my head.
As you operated your business, who was the first person that you talked to or looked for advice on the future ownership of the business?
I think probably my accountant, which was you.
What was the single, if you had to quantify the single biggest value of working closely with somebody who has some experience in exit planning that say I brought to the table for you?
Best thing was really, as you know, Bob, probably a few years before I actually got a buyer, we had entertained several buyers, and I actually did retain a business broker, and he brought in several candidates, and they were all smaller players that if I would have gone with one of those guys, it would not have been a successful transition. And to your credit, what you did every step of the way was kind of look at these offers, ballpark them for me, and say, Dan, you're not going to be happy with this deal. Here, I'm looking at the cash going, oh, that's going to be great. And you're like, Dan, you're not going to like this. It's not going to work, and here's why, A, B, C, and D. You're better off to keep working. And you were right every one of those times. And when the right deal finally came along, you were like, I can't shoot holes in it, this one's good. So that was the bulk of the value right there, plus the financial end of it.
So what's in Dan's future? I mean, because you're, I have known you for probably 20 years, 22, 25 years, and you're kind of a type A behavior. So you're gonna, if you decide to move on from there, what do you see yourself doing maybe?
Probably exit planning.
Okay. No, okay. Hey, Dan, I really appreciate your time today, and I'm glad that you wanted to come down and talk about it a little bit because
Great, no
it's
problem.
a
It's
positive
fun.
experience.
Mhm.